Good morning, children. In the previous video I had explained about reaction of non-metallic oxides with bases, then reaction with acids, reaction with metals, metal hydrogen carbonates, metal carbonates, isn't it? And I think I didn't give you the blue questions to be written. So let us take up the blue questions today. Why should curd and sour substances not be kept in brass and copper vessel? Very simple. Because brass and copper, they are actually alloy of metal. Copper is a metal and brass is an alloy. So what will happen if you try to have this metallic portion in which the sour substances are kept? You will find that it would react, and that would result into formation of hydrogen gas. Okay, because metal reacts with acids to liberate hydrogen gas. That can be dangerous. Which gas is usually liberated when an acid reacts with a metal? Just now I told you, it's hydrogen. Illustrate with an example. You can give any examples. In the previous video, if you remember, I told you zinc with hydrochloric acid gives out zinc chloride and hydrogen gas. So, and if you want to test the presence of gas, which gas? The hydrogen gas which is liberated. If you want to test the presence, I have given you a supporting video also, if you remember, in which if you bring a glowing splinter, jalti हुई तीली, near the mouth of the test tube from which the gas is liberated, it will burn with an explosion, right? So that is how you test whether this gas is hydrogen or not, because explosiveness is its nature. Metal compound A is reacting with hydrochloric acid to produce effervescence. We don't know which compound it is. The gas extinguishes a burning candle. Now which gas extinguishes burning candle, you know? Carbon dioxide, right. So write a balance equation for the reaction if one of the compound formed is calcium chloride. So how will you express this particular part? The compound A which is reacted with the compound A which we are talking about should be calcium carbonate, because when calcium carbonate reacts with acid, it will give out, see, metal carbonate. When it reacts with acid, क्या होना चाहिए? Yes, metallic salt, that is calcium chloride, that is given in the question. K1 is calcium chloride. Then secondly, water, and the third thing is carbon dioxide. This is the gas which is extinguishing the candle. So this is the equation which is required for the sum. Understood or not? Okay. With that, these blue questions are over. You will have to write it down in your book. Clear? Now, regarding acids and base, the question comes whether they behave in the same manner or not. There is an activity given over here. What is the activity about? You have to take certain base and certain acid. These are certain solutions which are to be taken. And you prepare a circuit as it is shown in the figure. In a beaker, on a rubber cork, because nail cannot stand on its own. Nail means khili. वो अपने आप खड़ा नहीं रह सकता. So you use a rubber cork or any substance on which you can fix the nail. And to the nail you connect conducting wire with the battery and a bulb, so that you will know whether it is the electricity is conducted or not, and a switch arrangement. Now, when you set up this arrangement in a beaker, you are supposed to pour in the solution. Which solution? Here. First, you may take glucose and check whether the bulb will glow or not. Secondly, alcohol. Third time, you may take hydrochloric acid. Fourth time, you may take sulfuric acid. One at a time. Each time, either you prepare 4 such beakers, or each time you remove the solution, you wash it clearly and then again refill it. That can also be done. That is a tedious one. Instead of that, if 4 different beakers are there, that would be easier. Clear? And each time you have to observe whether the bulb will glow or not. You will find that when it is acids poured inside, the bulb will glow. But when bases are taken, there won't be any reaction. So what is the reason behind it? Because this acid, and of course, it's not directly acid which is taken, because acid will react with the rubber. So it's actually water which is taken in which acid is poured. Do you understand that? Means water containing acid. Acidified water you can see. In the same way, base is also poured in the water, not directly base or directly acid is taken. Clear or not? Okay. So now what happens when acid is added to water? HCl in water will ionize into H3O positive and Cl negative. Okay, actually H3O positive किस तरह से बना है मालूम है? From this HCl, it will first split into H and Cl ion. ये HCl इस तरह से split होगा. And it is this particular H which reacts with the water and forms H3O plus. So HCl, from HCl, it can split into H plus, and it is this H plus which is responsible for carrying the electrons, due to which there is conductance of electricity. So here, why glucose cannot conduct? Because in glucose such a thing is not possible. Here, for glowing of bulb, it is a must that there should be ions formed. Cations present in acid is H plus. Cation means positive ion. So acids are producing hydrogen ions. Acid के अंदर HCl होता है, H होती है, H2SO4 में भी H होता है. So in them the H plus can be found in the water. That is responsible for conductance of electricity, which is not possible in case of glucose, because they cannot disassociate this, they cannot break down into H plus ion. आई बात समझ में? So therefore in this particular reaction you will find that you will not see the bulb glowing except when acidic water is taken. Now when you are adding acid or base to water solution, what actually takes place? Here there is another activity which has been given. You are supposed to take solid sodium chloride in a clean dry test tube, okay, and then you add sulfuric acid. To sodium chloride you are asked to add sulfuric acid. So what will happen? You will find that there is a gas coming out of the test tube. Okay. Now this gas, if you test it with dry and wet blue litmus paper. What is the meaning of dry and wet blue litmus paper? One is ordinary blue litmus paper, and second one is made wet, भिगोया हुआ. पूरा भिगोना नहीं है, but slightly wet. These two conditions. Now what actually happens in this particular reaction is, when the acid is poured, sulfuric acid is poured, the sulfuric acid gives out H plus ion. Okay, to what have you added? NaCl. So NaCl plus H2SO4, if you react, I'll just show it again over here. NaCl, you have taken H2SO4 you are pouring on it. That will result into a compound which is NaHSO4, sodium hydrogen sulfate. Okay, and it will liberate chlorine. Okay, chlorine ion formation takes place. Now this hydrogen gas, it is also giving out H plus. So there is steamy fumes, means fumes of hydrogen gas starts rising. Plus the HCl splits into HCl formation takes place, and that HCl is splitting into H plus and chlorine minus ion. Actually it is HCl, this HCl gas, which is H plus and Cl minus together. Here H2 and Cl will react and form H plus and Cl minus. So this particular gas and NaCl and H2SO4, when they are reacting, HCl which is formed, that is fuming gas, means बहुत गर्म gas होती है. Now that gas you are asked to check with what? With paper. Which paper? Litmus paper. First is dry condition, second is wet condition. You will find that dry litmus paper, and that is the blue color. Actually acid and blue litmus paper should react. Blue should turn red. But with dry there won't be any reaction. Wet one will change. Okay. Why? Because HCl is, when it reacts with dry conditions, since there is no water, it cannot split into H plus and Cl minus. But when the litmus paper is wet, it will liberate H plus ion. And that H plus ion will react with H2O to form H3O, and H3O is indicating acidity. So the blue litmus paper will turn red. Understood or not? So this is how the reaction takes place with an acid. Okay. Same thing with a base if you take. So here when the base is taken, a similar reaction is formed. Okay, next one you are having is, here it is shown, HCl with water. I explained already. When HCl and water are reacting together, this HCl splits into H plus and Cl minus, and that H plus reacts with H2O and form H3O and Cl minus. So this is responsible for the acidic nature of the solution. If this is high, the solution will be acidic. If it is low, it will be more on the basic side, or it will be less acidic, you can say. Okay. Similarly, when NaOH is taken, what will happen? NaOH in water will give you Na plus and OH minus. This is responsible for basicity of the solution. A solution which will have OH will be more basic in nature. Clear or not? So that is how acid and base will react with water. Now, similar examples have been given about KOH. Potassium hydroxide is a base, magnesium hydroxide is a base, but that doesn't mean that all the hydroxides will dissolve in water. Huh? All hydroxides will not dissolve. Only certain hydroxides will dissolve in water, means those bases which are dissolving in water, them you call as alkali. So sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide. Actually, if you go through the reactivity series, these are highly reactive metals and they are its respective hydroxides. So highly reactive metallic hydroxides will dissolve in water. Remaining hydroxides of metal will not dissolve in water. Is that point clear or not? General statement if I want to show, an acid and a base will react with to form salt and water. This I already explained in my previous video, neutralization reaction I told you. So an acid, if you want to show, it will always have an H and a halogen. Halogen is shown by X. Halogen ka matlab chlorine, bromine, iodine, isn't it? These are all 7th group element are called halogen. So here HX and MOH. M stands for a metal hydroxide and a hydrogen containing acid, isn't it? When they react, it will form metal salt. MX will be metal salt and H2O will be formed. So this is a general statement. I have already given you certain examples in my previous video. Clear? Now, there is yet another example, another activity which is to be done. Into water, you are asked to add H2SO4 slowly. At the same time, you have to keep on rotating the beaker. Touch the base of the beaker. If there is a change in the temperature, you have to check whether there is a change in the temperature or not. Accordingly, you have to decide whether it is an exothermic or an endothermic process. See now, this is a very, very dangerous one, because acid to water when you add, that will be a dangerous process. You know why it is dangerous? Because when acid is taken to water, the reaction will become highly exothermic. Here they are asking you exothermic hai ya nahi, bahut zyada exothermic hai. So much so that the heat generated might lead to a splash of acid, and that can be very, very dangerous. So therefore, you have to mix the acid slowly to water rather than adding water to acid. Okay, here it is. Process of dissolving an acid or base in water is highly exothermic. So when you are taking care, mixing this concentrated acid into water, the acid must be always added slowly to the water. Water proportion ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, acid धीरे धीरे ऐड करे, ना कि acid लेके उसमें पानी डाले. If water is added to acid, what will happen? More amount of heat is given because it's an exothermic, I told you. So that will lead to a splash and will lead to burns. Clear? So therefore, you have to take water, slightly tilt the flask and then add acid or base slowly to it, so that the heat which is liberated will be absorbed into the water medium. Is that point clear or not? Okay. Now when you are doing so, when you are adding acid to water or acid or base to water, you are actually reducing the concentration of hydronium ion. This H3O positive means hydronium ion, or you are reducing the hydroxide ion. If you are adding base, you are reducing hydroxide ion. If you are adding hydronium, means acid, you are reducing the hydronium ion, which means you are in short diluting the substance. Dilution is the word which comes up. Concentrated and diluted. Diluted means water proportion increases. Concentrated means water proportion is less. Is that point clear? So in the next class, we will understand what is the meaning of strong or diluted condition. Before that, there are few questions given over here, blue questions, which we will just go through, and they have to be written down in your classwork books. Why do HCl, HNO3 show acidic property? Because they in water can be ionized. Aqueous means pani. So in water they will ionize into H3O positive ion, and that is giving the acidic property. While solutions like alcohol and glucose will not show because they will not ionize. This answer I already discussed just now. Clear? Why does an aqueous solution of acid conduct electricity? Because aqueous solution of an acid means acid with water will form H3O plus ion. See, HCl plus H2O gives Cl plus H3O plus. So this H3O formation takes place when acid and water react. Okay. Why does dry HCl not change the color? This also I already explained when I was explaining the activity, because dry HCl gas is not having any water proportion in it, and without water it cannot ionize. If the HCl is not dry, but if the litmus paper is dry, then also the reaction won't take place. Dry HCl and dry litmus paper, both are dry condition, means water proportion is totally absent, due to which they will not ionize. While diluting an acid, why do you say that acid should be added to water and not water to acid? Just now I will give you the reason. It's highly exothermic. If you add water to acid, the amount of heat which is liberated will be tremendous, and that can lead to an acid splash, which is dangerous. How is concentrated hydronium ion affected when solution is diluted? Solution diluted means you are adding water. So when water proportion increases, the H3O ion concentration decreases. Proportion of H3O ion decreases. How is hydroxide ion concentration affected? When excess base is added. Okay. When base is going to be added means more amount of hydroxide ion. So hydroxide ion concentration is increased. Okay. यहाँ पे acid is diluted, means acid is added to water. So hydronium ion concentration will decrease. Here base is added, so what will happen? Hydroxide ion concentration will increase. Understood this discussion now? So please see to that you complete this much work in your